Hi, I'm Terrell Brinson, and thanks for tuning in to our talk show entitled A Voice, where men and women of all ethnic backgrounds come together to share their dreams, their goals, their visions, as well as their entrepreneurial accomplishments. And today, my special guest is Mrs. Pamela Hilliard out of Brookhaven, Mississippi. Pam, it's good to have you with us today.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you on for a minute. We had your husband on, and he came on and blessed us a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And now we're able to have you with us today. You know, the purpose of this show is to encourage our viewing audience, those who have had dreams and goals and visions, and for whatever reason, some because of the recession that started around the end of '06, and looked like for many people it's still lingering, have lost their visions and their dreams. And the purpose of this show, we want to encourage them to dream again.
Yeah.
And for that reason, we have people like you to come on to encourage them as an entrepreneur yourself, to encourage them to keep it moving. So I understand that you are from a long line of entrepreneurs.
Yes, I
in
am.
your family. Your family is
Shannons, the Shannons.
the Shannons.
Uh-huh.
And where you all from?
We're actually from Hazelhurst, Mississippi.
Okay.
And just some of us kind of spread it out. So, I now reside in Brookhaven, Mississippi.
You're in Brookhaven.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let me ask you, are you an entrepreneur?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, actually, I do hair. I'm a salon owner and stylist.
Owner?
Owner and stylist.
Okay.
Yeah. And our business was established like over 30 years ago by my mom. She's the founder, and she started it. Actually, she opened up a business called Sally's Hair Clinic.
Yes.
And so she was known in Hazelhurst and Brookhaven as the hair doctor.
The hair
And
doctor.
so, yeah, so when
Okay.
you go to the clinic, you get everything fixed. And it was for men, women, and children.
Okay.
So she later retired after raising us up to do cosmetology and barbering.
Yes.
And so it was the four of us. She had 2 cosmetologists and 2 barber stylists. So she raised us up, got the business established, and sent us on our way. So we later opened a family business called Shannon's Hair Creations.
And this is in Brookhaven?
In Brookhaven.
Okay.
So everything, we had one in Hazelhurst, and we kind of closed it down because Brookhaven was that central business area.
Yes,
So it
okay.
worked out better for us.
Yes.
And so now we're still in Brookhaven.
And you've been in Brookhaven with this business as since you all, the siblings, has taken over. How long have you all been operating in Brookhaven?
Well, it's been over 20 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
20
so
years.
It's been that long.
So that means you was like 5 when you got started.
No, I'm 41 years old right
You're
now.
41?
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
So ever since I graduated and, went to college at Hines Community College.
Yes.
And I went on back and got my instructor's license and just continued on.
Okay, so a lot of times when parents have created businesses, a lot of times the kids don't follow in their parents' footsteps.
Yeah.
So with you, why this business? Why not catering business or bakery or clothing line, store, something like
Yeah.
that? Why this business?
Well, I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't want to do it, but she saw the gifts and the talents.
Okay.
God has bestowed on us a lot of gifts in this area.
Yes.
And so it started, when I was little, and all of us, she saw a little something here and there. I wanted to go into fashion merchandising. I even went kind of behind her back and, got accepted at Barders College in Atlanta, and I thought I was on my way. And she said, well, Pam, if you would just go on to barbering school and you can do anything after that, just get your license in that. And so she was kind of undergirding us, making sure we had something under our belt. And so I had to do what she told me to do. I got in it and liked it and got clients from everywhere and people calling on me. I dropped that. I didn't do the fashion merchandising.
Okay.
And so I saw that I was gifted and continued on. But she actually led me to do this.
Well, I hear Mom and you telling me that.
Yeah.
And but listen, it's still not too late for multiple streams of income.
That's true.
I mean, so this business right here, somebody say that your business is most successful when it put you in a position where you receive residual income from it,
Right.
where your business is still making money for you even though you're not there hands-on. So, I mean, do you see yourself just ever being just like an overseer of Shannon's Beauty and Barber Supply or store salon, and maybe venturing off into some of the other dreams that you had while working Shannon's at the same time? I mean, is that an option?
Well, what we have done, I kind of go a little bit into that. Right now we sell handbags and jewelry and a few little clothing, little pieces here and there. So we actually do it in the salon now. So we're venturing off, even talking about a school. We do advanced training already.
Okay.
So we do kind of venture out and do other things on the side.
Okay, so I'm late then.
Well.
Wow. Well, listen, given the fact that we've almost come through a recession, I still see it lingering on. And like I said, really and truly from day to day, you don't really know what's going to happen now because it's kind of been up and down for a minute.
Yeah.
Have your business seen any setbacks or any changes since the recession? I mean, did it affect your business at all?
Well, I have to say, I have not seen that. We have not had like a downward slide,
That is awesome.
And that's a blessing.
Yes.
That is a blessing.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, glory to God, we've been going up. And there's
Isn't
one
that
thing
something?
about it. Yeah, people will get their hair done if they don't get nothing else done.
Want to look nice.
They want to look good. I mean, you can be depressed and going through all these things, but the better you look, the better you feel.
So in other
And
words,
we push that.
for our viewing audience, even if you're down right now, you don't have to look it.
You don't have
That's
to look
what you're
down.
saying.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
so in other words, people are gonna still come to your salon, and you're gonna make them look fabulous,
Yes,
the
we
women, and
will.
make the guys look neat.
Yes.
And you hadn't missed a beat even during the recession.
We really have not missed a beat. And that's why I say, now thanks to God, because we are a praying family in business. I mean, we have set days that we go in and pray before we get started.
That's
we
awesome.
pray over our clients.
Yes.
We have had times we had to stop and pray with some of them because of the things that they go through. And we will stop business to do whatever it is. That's because it's a Christian salon, Christian environment. But we do that for the sake of. It's like, no, you will have an increase,
That's
we
awesome.
pray for bonuses, and we see new cars steady pulling up at our salon. So we just enjoy the fact that, hey, we develop relationship with our clients as they come in.
Yes. I've heard for years, I'm 53, I've heard for years that prayer changes things. Well, the correct prayer changes things because you can pray out of the will of God and still be praying and don't get no real benefit from it. But listen, we're out of time, but we're going to come right back in just a few moments with Mrs. Pamela Hilliard out of Brookhaven, Mississippi. We'll be right back.
Shannon's Hair Creations. For more inquiries, log on to www.shannonshaircreations.com or email shannonshaircreations@gmail.com or call the Richland location at 601-991-3077 or at the Brookhaven location, call 601-833-3228. Also follow Shannon's Hair Creations on Facebook.
We're back. I'm your host, Terrell Brinson, on our talk show, A Voice. And today my guest is Mrs. Pamela Hilliard out of Brookhaven, Mississippi. She's an entrepreneur in her own right. And Mrs. Hilliard, you were sharing with us just before we went to break that during the recession, unlike a lot of businesses, it didn't affect you in a negative way at all. You actually saw your clientele go up.
Yes,
and your business actually went to another level.
Yes, it did.
Wow, that's awesome. But then you also say that you all start off with prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always talk to the Lord. Well, that's awesome because I also understand that since the Brookhaven location, you all have now launched another new store.
Yes, we
in
have.
Jackson here. Tell us a little bit about that store.
Okay, it's actually Shannon's Hair Creation also. It's we always, our motto is one salon, two locations.
Okay.
And so my sister Monique Shannon, she manages that one. We were together in Brookhaven. We had to split up. Why? Due to popular demand.
Yes.
The clients wanted us up there. They were driving from Jackson and all these northern areas or whatever. And so actually we were in demand. They had to have us in Jackson. So God opened doors, and we finally opened a location right there in North Park Station.
North Park Station. Now tell our viewing audience just how to get there, maybe like from I-55.
Okay. Well, if you know anything about, I-55, you can get off at County Line Road.
County Line.
Go on down and take a left at North Park Mall, which is, we're located right behind Mazzio's Pizza.
Okay.
The
So
address.
that would be like at Wheatley. Take a left at Wheatley.
Yeah, at Wheatley.
Okay.
Like you're going into the mall.
Yes.
You'll rear to the right, and it's a Mart, which is North Park Station, right behind Mazzio's Pizza. We're right there on the corner. You can actually look into the building. That's
right.
Shannon's Hair Creation. And the address is 201 Ring Road, Ridgeland, Mississippi. Ring, R-I-N-G, Ring Road.
Okay.
And it's Ridgeland, Mississippi.
Okay. And you know, I'm asking you these questions, but you know I know because I was there for your dedication service.
Right, for our grand opening.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for your grand opening. And you have a beautiful place. I mean, when you walk in the door, it looks rich.
Yes.
It looks expensive, and now you've got all of these beautiful pictures up on the wall. Now those hairstyles that I see on these big, beautiful pictures,
Right.
are those some styles that you all do?
Yeah, we actually did those styles, and we made our own
You
posters.
mean to tell me now you all didn't just send them to Atlanta to get the hair done and bring them back to take the picture?
No, we did not. Yeah, we're very authentic. So just about everything we do, we try to make sure it's us. Yeah.
So when the viewing audience decide that they will come to this address, and when they walk in the door to see these gorgeous pictures on the wall, you're gonna let them know that you can make their hair look as good as it can possibly look.
Yes.
At Shannon's in Ridgeland.
At Shannon's in Ridgeland.
That's awesome because I know you all, and I've followed you for a good while, and I know the quality of work that you do. You all operate in a spirit of excellence. At both of your locations, I mean, there is nothing nonchalant about your businesses, and I'm very grateful for that because you all are a prime example of the fact that we can walk in integrity, and and have the very best. What motivated you to expand? I know that you say you were in demand. You became in demand, but was it anything else that was it like just a dream to take it to another level, or was it anything else that motivated you?
Well, actually, it was another step in the phases of businesses that we wanted to do. And here we go again, inspired by my mom.
Yeah.
It was a part of her vision. She was like, I want salons all over the place, but it's not enough of us to go around, Two of my older siblings, my sister and brother, they retired. So Monique and I are the only ones that's actually operating in the business. Okay. So now we're in those locations. So now we're looking forward to reproducing and, having our proteges follow us and kind of have another one and another one. It's according to what God does. But God just began to open doors, and through the prophetic words, actually I received a prophetic word at your church. A guest minister was there, and he prophesied. He said, I see your name. He pulled me from the back, and he said, I see your name in a mini mart, and I see that name going across the building. Yes. And that was years before we even expanded.
That's right.
So all those things came together. And so that put the dream out there and said, oh, we can do that. You'll hear it from here and there. And it's like the doors begin to open. We just thank God for that. We walked through them.
I assume your mom has been your greatest inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what I mean, but okay, have there been any other entrepreneurs that have inspired you and your sister to keep it moving and to be the best that you could possibly be, and have people, when they think of hair, think of Shannon's?
Well, yeah.
Has it been anybody else other than Mom?
Well, Well, Bishop Warren, our overseer,
Yes.
he's a businessman.
Businessman.
Yeah,
I know
so
it.
he
Yeah.
always, you know, he call in or have a vision or a dream or so I dreamed about y'all last night and y'all need to do this, you know. So he inspires us a lot. He kind of put his hands in our business and
Yes.
he kind of pushed us forward a lot. So we're thankful for that. But most of all, it's been my mom because it started at a young age.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so, like I said, it's other business owners and entrepreneurs in our family, so we all kind of encourage each other.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. And I see right now that there are others in your family that may not necessarily go into this business, but will be motivated to start whatever business venture that they have, to go ahead and go for it.
Yes.
Just from having watched you sisters
Right.
follow in Mom's footprint. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What sacrifices have you all had to make to become successful business owners? I'm sure there have been some challenges along the way.
Well, yeah. Some would be, like with me, because I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and, you know, just being a woman, just the things that I have to do like for my family,
Yes.
for the church, you know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's like you have to be away from home. And then to make a business successful, you have to keep your education going. So we have to go out a lot and, you know, do business classes and things like that. So we're away, we continue education.
Yes.
And so that's the main sacrifice that we
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
make.
yeah. That's right. That's right. Because you all are founders of Rhema Word Ministry Church there in Brookhaven.
Yeah, Rhema Word Worship Church.
Worship church. Okay, so you gotta do all that stuff. You gotta be first lady, mom, wife,
Yeah.
and you gotta do it all, and then maintain two successful businesses.
Yeah,
Well, guess what? To whom much is given,
much is required.
much is required.
Yes, it is.
So you can absolutely handle it. Listen, once again, I'm just blown away at you all because you all operate in a spirit of excellence. I've been to both of your salons. I mean, even if it wasn't nothing but just to drop off a flyer or some business cards or whatever, but you got two beautiful places, and you're going to inspire a lot of people. And I'm sure that a lot of people on our viewing audience, have already been inspired. We're going to prepare now to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to conclude with Mrs. Pam Hilliard, an entrepreneur out of Brookhaven, Mississippi, and now Ridgeland, Mississippi. We'll be right back.
Shannon's Hair Creations. For more inquiries, log on to www.shannonshaircreations.com or email shannonshaircreations@gmail.com or call the Richland location at 601-991-3077 or at the Brookhaven location, call 601-833-3228. Also follow Shannon's Hair Creations on Facebook.
We're back. Thanks for staying with us. My guest today is Mrs. Pamela Hilliard. She's out of Brookhaven, Mississippi. She's married to Dr. Terrell Hilliard, and they have a lovely family. They have a lovely church there in Brookhaven, Raymond Word and Worship Church there in Brookhaven, and she's an entrepreneur in her own right. Her and her sister have two beautiful locations, one being in Brookhaven, and the latest in Ridgeland, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and you all are doing a great work. We've been talking, but I wanted to ask you, how have you dealt with the times when the enemy tried to come and place doubt or even to stress you out? How have you dealt with it? How have you handled that, you and your sister, as Christians, business owners?
Well, through by way of faith and prayer, you know, and just getting the wisdom from God, and actually going to my mentors and they directing. But I would say, because it does come, and that's the reality of it. Whenever you start something and you get right in the middle, and it's like, okay, which way do you go? Yeah. And you go to God. That's the encouragement. You know, reaching down in yourself, saying, I can do this, you know. Exactly. And pulling from that word and making sure the word works for me. That means having faith. That's how you make sure. Wow. And that overcomes doubt. You know, faith is the opposite
That's right.
of all of that. So having faith.
That's right. So as believers, those of us that are believers and our viewers that are believers that's watching, that has even, you know, been faced with doubt and still sometime right now, you know, as they
Right.
try to move forward, obstacles and things come up where it causes us sometimes to seem like, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not.
Right.
But you say the reason that you all keep persevering, and it's not because everything, now that you got your business going, everything always goes well, because there are still things that just pop up out of nowhere
Right.
sometimes that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
But the way you deal with them is just through faith.
Yeah.
Being believers and you know, having faith in the Almighty, only wise God that we serve. Your faith has made you to know that He's going to bail you out.
Yes.
There are some things sometimes that He allow us to experience, but ultimately, when we stay in faith and we do our part and add the works to it, faith without works is dead, being all alone. You got to have them two, those two together. But you all, as you continue to do that, you see that, okay, this problem popped up. What do? We don't tuck our tails and run back home, but we stand here and we deal with it face to face, because we understand that greater is He that is within us than he that is in the world.
Yeah.
So you just hit it face on, huh?
Yes, we do. You know, it has been times where, you know, your style team, you know, sometimes you feel a little by yourself, because you can start off as a big group. Then when your group gets small or something like that, but all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. And so we're taking it like that. Everything that's happening, we transcend to it's a transition. We go on to the next place. Okay, God, where are you now? You know, instead of letting it be a stopping point or a brick wall that you're facing, we just continue to go and say, okay, that's that turn we were supposed to make. Then we keep on going, and that gets us to our destiny. So we never quit. You know, we just stay in that word. But even if, you know, if you're don't have the faith that you should have, just that keep on running thing, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a vision to go after, though. So when you see that vision, just as I was saying from my mom, but we captured the vision, and that vision is written. And it's plain, and we walk, we run, we do whatever we got to do to, you know, we walk it out, we run it out, you know, to get there. So it takes all of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, so then you've had people to come and be a part of your team, and then some has left. But see, that's, like you say, you can still work that too, you know, and let that be something positive, because a lot of times they're leaving because they have a dream too.
Right, yeah.
And so then what you do, the way to keep your business successful is to give them your blessings as they leave. Because you know that that was just another hurdle to get you to the next level of where you got to go. So in other words, then as believers, we can use every situation, even the ones that seem to be negative, we could turn it into a positive. Because it gives us strength. I know I've had some challenges in ministry where, you know, maybe somebody left for whatever reason. They moved out of town, Brookhaven, didn't have what they was looking for, and you know, they're faithful members. And I mean, like the whole family may have left and moved to Atlanta. Well, it was pretty tough, because no pastor wanted to see any members leave. But at the same time, when you give them your grace, because you say, listen, I'd love for you to stay, but if leaving is going to be better for you and your family and cause you to be in an environment where you can live the lifestyle that you desire to live, you got my blessing. And so when it's like that, you know, in other words, just look at everything. And you said something a few minutes ago, you quoted the scripture that all things work together. Well, that word work together, if you look it up, you'll see that that means they cooperate. So everything cooperate together. You go through a whole vast season of what looked like doom and gloom. And then the Lord will open up a door here and there, and then when you look back at it, you'll see that negative situation that you went through, along with what's going on right now, and it all cooperate together. And when it's all said and done, you're going to come out victorious. Because that's the way He designed it. Wow. I'm encouraged by you all. You know, I'm a business owner too, and I mean, you know, I just enjoy bringing men and women on this show that you know, that's encouraged about doing what they're doing, and they're not going to let a little bump in the road shut them down and send them back home, but you're going to keep on pressing. That's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Wow. I'm very encouraged at what you all are doing. All
Praise
right.
God.
Yeah, okay then. So what's next on down the line? Do you have any of your kids talking about, you know, following now in moms and aunts footprints, or?
Well, right now we don't. My daughter Alexis, she kind of do a little braiding and weaving on the side, but that's not her dream.
Okay,
so I'm not doing her like Mom did me. I'm kind of letting her do. But you know, she has that foundation. She has the gift, so she can always fall back on it. She's still young, and so it's open, you know. But right now, not for the kids. We have other things that we're doing.
Exactly. Well, see, I asked that because even if not this, she see Mom and she see her aunt, and you all are go-getters.
Yeah.
I mean, you're go-getters. You've been in business now all these years, and Alexis, she see that, and she'll say, well, one thing about it, that's not what I want to do. I want to have this kind of business, but at least now I got my focus to know that every day the sun is not going to shine every day. Some days I have some challenges, but I've watched my mom, and I've watched my aunt, and I've seen them persevere, and I can make it.
Yeah, I want to say something right there, even to encourage others, and that's what I do, even, you know, from day to day. Having good work ethics is so important. And now in some of the younger generation, I'm really not seeing that. So we're encouraging, you know, when you see people that's getting at it, you get behind them. Go to where it might not be in hair, you know, in the other areas of interest. Go and find out what they're doing and practice good work ethics, because I know in our generation, but the younger generation need to come on up to that.
That's awesome. You've been a blessing. I need you to look in that camera and give our viewing audience your contact information.
Okay. You can find us at www.shannonshaircreation.com, and you can go to Facebook, and you can like us on Facebook, or you can join us on Facebook. And our number for the Ridgeland Salon is 601-991-3077, and for our Brookhaven location is 601-833-3228.
Our time is up tonight. Thank you for staying with us. We trust that the show has been a blessing to you. God bless you.